Do you have fear of failure or fear of success? I'm going to give you something right now. It doesn't matter. It does not matter where the fear is. We have to understand fear. And I'm going to show you in this lesson on how to master fear and really stop it before it gets started. I remember years ago, I was really struggling. I remember I got this book and I said, I want to conquer fear. So I was like, do I have fear of success, fear of failure? And I took all these tests that was in this book, and it would identify. And then I thought to myself, what does it matter if I'm afraid of it, whether it's success or failure? It wasn't going to create the output I wanted. All I was doing was gathering more energy towards what I didn't want, which was what I was afraid of. And I completely let it go at that moment. You know, you have these aha moments sometime, and it doesn't matter. And I will tell you, I want you, after watching this video, I'm going to give you proven steps that I've implemented, that you can implement, that are so simple, that will remove fear from your life. First off, let's look at what is fear. Fear is just feedback of what's going on inside of us. Now, most people won't think about it like that. I didn't used to think about it like that, but now I do. Now, think about this. Anything you're fearing, just know that gives you feedback of what you get to work on. And you want to hear my word get to. Not have to, but you get to, so you make that fear into a strength. You make that the exact opposite of what you're fearing is your greatest gift of what you get to grow into. Now let's look at when fear comes. Fear overwhelms you. But is that where it starts? It never starts with the fear. Where it starts with the doubt that we never rejected right when it came. So fear is always the effect. It's never the cause. The cause is the doubt. So look at it. What is doubt? Doubt is old conditioning. Doubt is an old story from the past. So every time you have a fear, I want you to understand first, say, where did that come from? It came from doubt. When you have doubt, tell yourself this. That's just my old conditioning. And you reject it. That's not where I'm going. And this is where we have to have a definite goal that we're going after. And you say, well, I don't know if I can do it. Good. That means it's a good goal. You're not going to know because you've never done it yet. But so the first thing is we become aware of the doubt and we say, no, I do not accept it. That's step one. Number two, you say to yourself, that's old conditioning. Right there, you neutralize the doubt. Now that voice quiets. That voice quiets is step two. You say, that's old conditioning. But I know where I'm going because I have a definite goal and that's where I'm going. And you really put all your energy on that. Step three is you make a definite, firm, committed decision and you put all your energy on the goal. Now, guess what? You knocked fear on its ass. You knocked it completely on its ass and you came in with confidence. See, fear is very easy. It's just a three-step process that you have to do. You become aware of it before it comes and you feel that doubt and you say, no, I know where I'm going. Listen, if you don't know what you want, fear is going to overtake you. There's no reason to be disciplined in stopping that thought. So at the precipice, we have to know what we want. What do you really want? And then you go back and you say, that doubt is old conditioning. I do not accept it. And you make a definite decision and you get into action right away. Step 4, you get into action right away. Now, this is so simple. I've probably been talking less than 5 minutes, and I'm telling you, if you did this for any doubt that came up, it would never turn into fear. And if it does turn into fear, that you didn't catch it enough, go back to step 1. The first thing you do is we deconstruct the fear and say, hold on a second. If I'm fearing this, that means that's something I get to work on. That's something I get to grow into, and that is good. That's giving me feedback of what's going inside. Then you go back into the steps, and I'm going to repeat them very clearly to you. Step 1, it always starts with a doubt. So you say, where is that doubt coming from? Old conditioning. Now you pick up in your awareness, that's old conditioning. that's coming from the past story. So you say, no, I do not accept it. And you remind yourself it's old conditioning. Step 2 is you make a definite decision. This is where I'm going no matter what. So now you're putting all your energy on what you want. Step 3 is you get into action right away. And step 4 is you created a completely new image for yourself and have a completely different attitude towards fear. Remember, doubt is an attitude, fear is an attitude, and faith is an attitude. Faith is the highest attitude we have. Now, I'm going to tell you this. A lot of people will come and study me and come work with me closely, and I tell them this. I'm so big on action. Without action, this is delusion. You can't overcome fear with just saying it's old condition. You have to get into action. You have to make that definite decision. See, it's not just about thinking in a certain way, it's acting in a certain way. You act as the person who would have already achieved it. You have to take inspired, definite action. And I want your action to be with a swagger, be with a confidence. And that confidence comes from, even if you don't have it yet, your goal demands you to come with a certain level of confidence. And you act that way. You're really faking it until you make it. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that statement, but in this situation, it works. Where you think, feel, and act from that old person. Now, without the action, it's delusion. I'm going to tell you this very upfront, very straightforward. The action is critical. Now, fear is your best friend. I want you to look at it as one of your best friends. Honest to God. I want you to look at it. Every time I fear something, I say I can go further. And then I keep going. Do one more thing. Get 1% better. And remind yourself, the truest measure of success is not what you get, but who you become. And the only goal that is most prevalent to start your day is that I'm going to beat my personal best from yesterday. It automatically gets your intent to where you're going. It automatically gets you to go where you want to go. Now, if fear has overwhelmed you, that you have accepted a suggestion that is not what you want. That's what fear is. That's what it constantly is. And if we're not paying attention and thinking, we're going to let the outside world create all this fear inside of us, because when we are letting the outside and getting emotionally involved with the outside, it goes right into our subconscious mind. And whatever idea we get emotionally involved with, the subconscious accepts and goes to work on it right away. I want you to take fear, understand it, because remind yourself, understanding is the key to freedom. Without understanding, we have nothing. Without action, we're in delusion. And it's about the implementation of what I'm talking about. It's very simple steps. It starts with doubt. You stop the doubt by rejecting it. Then you make a definite decision and you get into action. Get into action right away. I'll tell you a story. I remember all of a sudden I became an adult and I had this anxiousness towards heights. I never had this anxiousness growing up. And my wife and I and another couple were climbing up this mountain. I thought we were going on a hike. Anyway, they put us in this gear and then all of a sudden they're like teaching us what to do to climb this mountain. And all I kept thinking about is I wanted to be the first one to lead the way, because I knew if I watched somebody else, my fear would get in the way. And I took action one step at a time. I remember I was on that side of that mountain and I just kept going one step, one step. That's what success is. One step forward. You're looking forward, not looking backwards. Fear is looking backwards. Take that one step. This is your mountain. Climb that mountain with a great deal of faith. And remember what faith is. It's our greatest attitude. Faith is knowing where you're going. What do I really want? Where am I going? It's believing in the incredible. What's incredible? Your subconscious mind will give you everything and anything you give it. It creates 96 to 98% of your results. That you get to live with the standard of excellence that you have inside of you that's dying to come out. And then you're going to receive what the masses call incredible, but we call standard. We call beating our best. That we are getting better and better, stronger and stronger, healthier and healthier, wealthier and wealthier, and then success becomes effortless. Remember the 3 steps. I'm going to give them to you one more time. I want the repetition of keep giving them to you. Here are the 3 steps. Step 1, Be aware of where the fear came from. It always starts with doubt. Doubt is old conditioning. We reject it. Step 2, we make a definite decision. This is where I'm going. And step 3, you get into inspired, relentless action with a level of swagger with it. And every day your swagger is going to get better. Every day your confidence is going to get better. And then you're going to be able to use it for anything. And then if the fear went too far, you just say, oh, that's feedback, what I get to work on. Go watch this over and over again. Master the 3 steps. Come with the attitude of excellence. You have excellence inside of you. Practice this. Let me know how it's working. And I promise you, it's so simple. And freedom is on the other side. And freedom is a great feeling. It is gratifying. You will create so much self-respect for yourself. Thank you so much.